The first thing I need to mention is how we are going down in the statistics. We are a 10th. I reminded myself this is what need to be reminded to you also. And guess what? Guess what? Guess who's against us today? Yeah, actually the leaders of the statistics, number one, chosen one, and that is no one else than pum 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 Lazio. Yep, Lazio. There's also Juventus up there. Um, Someone else also. Quick preface of this situation. Let's make at least this much constructed, structured more. That means just what it's about. Two things. First, just this intro where I will mention one more thing. We'll try to make it quick this time, and then let's focus at least for this one because we've lost concentration. Let's focus on the match itself. Even so, not about the comments. Plus, if the comments, let's not read our thoughts away from football and the match going there. Alright, so I didn't expect having this decision, but I did eventually. Okay, don't worry, there are still more matches from the newer version of football, FIFA. Good to mention FIFA because what's coming next, you will understand why I need to mention. Yeah, and you can already guess why it's important to mention. It's FIFA, the newer one. That means 2014. Well, yeah, it's old already so much that it's so laughable. Anyway, don't worry, there are still some matches, and at least for this, they will be somehow mixed up. But don't worry, what will not be mixed up anymore is these newer ones, meaning, well, all the ones meaning, but newer in a playthrough, meaning this FIFA 2000, every match is in order. Nothing is mixed up. Only what will be mixed up are the games itself. But you can choose. And on top, I didn't think I would do this. But first of all of us love football, yeah. And so why not continuing even more in this? And it will be great for the comparison because this one will be very different, difficult also, but not as much because I played this I played this a lot. Well, it's hard to state which game I played more, really, because I played all of them a lot in just different like eras. And this is a completely it's the same. It's the same sport, but they have a rival, and you already know it's not like some cheap attempt of, because there's a lot. And I just remembered, I swear, I tried to search it once because I also played, sorry, being against even the structure, but at least for this comment, let's just fly in the thoughts. I can't find the game ever, I'm sure of it, because I don't even remember the name of it. But there was some game I also played, football game, I mean, on PC. And yeah, you can guess it. I just remember it in the moment I said cheap attempt of football game, because this was it. But in a way, there were times where without the internet, you just take everything and then you start playing it, and I actually liked it. I just remember something about it. It was very difficult in some ways. I don't know how, but it was. Yeah, it was good competition to the FIFA 2014 with difficult controls. Plus, also the difficulty of the AI and so on was very difficult. It was just some, I don't know, weirdly programmed, so it was like against you. No matter what you did, in your case, it was very difficult to land it. Well, whatever. What I just remember one thing, but not great graphics, but not so bad in the moment of the time. I just remember there was a lot of matches, and I liked it there in snow in winter times, and the snow was apparent. Yeah, back to we will never find this game. It's quite a pity one, but let's back to this. And there were a lot of cheap attempts, and there were a lot of. But you know what? Football is football. Yeah, like there are much different games that are, you can say, cheap and like bad. Even bad football matches or in bad football games, like you can get used to it. It's football still, so it can't get like terrible. Only the controls and graphics and the movement and no licenses. Oh, and this. Oh, okay. Let's back to this to the track. What we need to say now. What will actually happen? No of these cheap games, no of these copies. There is just one rival, and brand in times there when FIFA was. Okay, this video is not about the gameplay. Sorry, already I know this is introduction already for a game I don't know even when I will play it. But okay. I guess I should upload this in the moment on there is at least some gameplay of that one, but the commentary should be on the menu of that game, not this game, because it makes it first of all confusing. It makes it seem like it gives no respect to this game since it talks about something else. All right, but it's football still. This game, FIFA, had already a long name. The EA, yeah, is a large company for all kinds of sports. And then there was competition, but surprise, this actually was even like back then. It was like, please don't take it so seriously, but I believe. Actually, surprisingly, not FIFA, but there was other. It's a Japan company. So what they know about football, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, well, actually, they are not like so great in real matches. It's the same with baseball. And they are actually good in baseball, and they have like big league. Same like wrestling. They actually have wrestling league, baseball league, and even football. Or at least the football. Like these sports are favorite there, at least, and known. But it's a different question about developers of a computer game then. Always, but there was, I think, in the era of already like Nintendo, there was this. Yeah, who knows? You already know, and there's no introduction for this needed for like sports fans, because only those know it well, and they already know it. Yeah, Pro Evolution Soccer. Yeah, it's in the era the game I never played this one. I played others, and what I'm about to play is like something new. It's even like older, and this one is still in the moment the game, and the name of it was not perfect. It was, so I guess I'm scared it could disappoint me a bit, at least this version of the game. or I will try to find something. I talk so much. Um, so it's in the still in the process where it's right to say it's Pro Evolution soccer or soccer. Um, yeah. All right, and so didn't plan to play this one, but this will be. I actually played this back then a lot. Also, even more, I guess, than FIFA. So only difficulty will be the beginning because the transition for different movements and most of our controls. Yes, you can change the controls in your settings yourself, but we are used to play how it's set. And they have different uh, buttons for kick, pass, not pass, kick, and warp, and something else. And it's very confusing for this transition. And since this was still like developing, they didn't have a license for players. So in a way, this was still in the development. Then it was still the cheap game, like cheap copy. But then it turned into a big name and a big rival. And I can say I played even more than this game. And they have slight differences, but they are very different. Someone who don't know or is not so much into sports and into this one, they see football, they wouldn't see the difference. But there is, I can say, like, if we say this FIFA 2000, this one is like total arcade. And you know what is crazy? How I remember playing this the first time, it was like the actual year this was released. I remember it. And yeah, this is the situation where it looked graphically so great. And it really seemed realistic. The movements and so on. The fast paced, you didn't even realize it because there was nothing better than this game. This was the newest version and it was great. And I just remembered how it actually seemed like realistically in graphics and everything. It just seemed realistic actually. Then I turned this on like absolutely 2 decades later, looking at this, it's a joke. But if we consider this to be like already now, it never looked back then like the arcade. But looking at it now, it's not only looking like it is an arcade. So compared to the newer versions of FIFA, this is a complete arcade. But you know what? Even those that are recent FIFA games, the difference between FIFA and Pro Evolution is then the FIFA still looks like arcade. It's still more fast-paced. It's more fast. It's like basic. The difficulty of controlling, navigating your players and so on is easier. You just press it and it just do just that. So it's faster. It's up and down still. Even the newest ones. Compared, if you then put on the Pro Evolution, that's like realistic game. And also, so the transition is difficult. And you need to know how football goes. Because now you're faced with an realistic, and I'm not talking about the absolute recent year games, even FIFA is realistic. But Pro Evolution in this era is more realistic. It's slower. It looks more boring in a way, but then those who know the game, they see it more realistic. Also, So you would have at least this comparison, and you know what, I guess even those who, you can just choose watch with this selection that will be put on, you can just select your favorite, and this Pro Evo will at least be in the same years as FIFA 2000.